a technique that I call that 4-step scheduling. Why 4-step scheduling? Why 4-step scheduling? Yes, you are right, because it has 40 steps. That's why I call that 4-step scheduling. Okay? Sorry for that joke. Not funny. Okay. So what do we do here? So first, we start with activity list. Remember, it comes from the WBS. So today, in a project, in a real project, you should understand that it's after preparing the WBS. Okay, after preparing the WBS. So first, prepare the activity list. Then we'll put the activities in sequence. And here we'll be learning what is a predecessor. Okay, it's a very interesting term. Then, after put the activities in sequence, we can develop a project network, and we'll be learning how to do that today. After the project network, we can go and develop the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is a visual display of the project schedule. Okay, that's a visual display of the project schedule. So we go doing these 4 steps in order to get the Gantt chart. So let's see with more complexity what we are doing today, with more complexity. We start with the WBS, the work package or WBS dictionary. We move that information to an activity list. Okay. The first step is to make sure that we have all the durations for all the activities. That's the first step, durations. Usually we estimate the duration inside the WBS dictionary, or what we may call that work package, okay? And then once you have the duration, we go for another step that we call here and understand what is a predecessor. What are the predecessor? The predecessor is an activity that should be done before the activity that we are working on. Let's take that activity here. Okay, that activity here. That's activity design task 4. Okay, if you see that activity, say that activity takes 5 days and it has one activity here as a predecessor. What is that activity? Is activity 8. How you know the activities? Usually the activities, they have ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So activity 8 is that activity here. It means that activity 9, that one after 8, that is called design task 4, can just start after design task 3 is finished. That we call predecessor. So I can say that activity 8 is activity 9 predecessor. It should come prior to the activity 9. So that's the second step. Then we'll be creating what we call a project network. So we take all the information about predecessors, constraint, logical relationship. In today's class, we will just talk about predecessor. Next class, we'll be talking about the other things, okay? We create what is called a project network, okay? In which we have the tasks represented in squares, and the relationship, we have arrows between the tasks, okay? So here, that arrow here between activity A and activity B says that activity A is a predecessor of activity B. It means that activity A must finish before starting activity B. Okay, that is the point. After the Gantt chart, we take information from the Gantt chart information from the project network, we take the information from the project to create the Gantt chart. Okay, the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is a diagram or a table in which you have the activity name, here A, B, C. We can have other columns. You don't need to have that column. And we have here the calendar. And the activity is represented by a bar in which the first date is the start. We have the length is the duration. And the last date is the finish date, okay? So that's what we'll be doing today. Going from the activity list, learn how to prepare a project network, and then do a Gantt chart.